Hello everybody, Brian here from quantlabs.net. Just wanted to give you, I guess, an opinion video. If you do a search for Craig Wright, supposed Satoshi, I just got a copyright for the Bitcoin early research papers in the source code. That's a big deal. And here's the result of his coin. It's gone up vertical. And let's check out the intraday chart. It's absolutely incredible. Here's my opinion on it. When I heard about Bitcoin in 2008-9, when it first came out, I was under the impression, well, I couldn't quite understand. So in this case, Bitcoin BSV has gone from $60 all the way up to $130, and now it's just roughly at about $104. So it's gone up pretty close to double. It did earlier today, as you can see. As I was saying, Bitcoin originally was to be decentralized and was to be the antithesis of corporate control. And here we are with a copyright assigned to a person claiming to be the author. I think that contradicts the initial ideas of Bitcoin back in the day. It took quite a while for it to take off, but here I am talking about it because at the time I just kind of go, why would I buy something, invest in something that doesn't make sense? It's not backed by anything. So a year ago, here I am talking about cryptocurrency. So yeah, call me a skeptic then, but a big proponent now. So the question becomes, what happens to Bitcoin if the copyright has been assigned to this author here, Craig Wright? What does it mean for the future of Bitcoin? Does that mean he has now absolute control over Bitcoin and what happens to Bitcoin and the future of Bitcoin? I don't know. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to personally say I don't really care. Here's why. I've posted the early days of Ethereum were out of Toronto. Vitalik Buterin is from Toronto, or spent time in Toronto, Canada, and he split off from the guys that started it, where there's a partnership, I believe, of 6 people, where one guy still in Toronto, he's a billionaire now, who started the Bitcoin Toronto meetup, and that's how Vitalik met him. They put out some papers, there was a split. Vitalik continued with Ethereum and focused on Ethereum as a developer coin, not to be controlled by a corporation, controlled by a developer community. And when you look at the blockchains being developed specifically on Microsoft Azure cloud, you can get a Ethereum blockchain that you can manage. I believe Amazon's got one as well that is compatible with Ethereum. But this has been brewing for the last couple of weeks, and the thing is, that's where a lot of the development goes, where a lot of deployment goes, is either onto these cloud providers, Amazon or Microsoft. So that's where I think a lot of the standards are going. Also with XRP, Ripple, there seems to be a two-way battle on who's going to control at the institutional level in terms of the networks and who's going to control what, supported by what banks. But for my testing, I just find Ethereum's a better coin to trade. That's for sure. XRP is very unpredictable. But if I was a bet man, I'd put money on that. Monero, I think technically people are moving to it. It is becoming an important coin because of being anonymous. This one, Bitcoin SV, and maybe Bitcoin itself, if it's being controlled by this one person, maybe on an institutional level, it may go places, but as tax starts to rise, and people are just sick and tired of being controlled by third-party financial systems and institutions, this is the utility of crypto as a way to transact digitally. So I don't think it'll be Bitcoin or Bitcoin SV. I just don't see it. Now, I have seen some performance out of Bitcoin Cash. That's been doing all right. So I don't know about the volumes there, but it's still holding strong as well. So there's some potential of this going places as well, because that's not controlled by this other person that controls Bitcoin SV. So will Bitcoin die? I can't say, but I do think the future, because of this copyright being assigned now to an actual person, that's where I think Ethereum will start to pick up, because that just takes away the original concept of Bitcoin and the concept of cryptocurrencies, as far as I know. But Ethereum may be it. And other ones are obviously combating. Bitcoin Cash, I think, will be interesting, and maybe as well as Monero. Still early days, but if I was a betting person, I'd be probably saying more Ethereum than either Bitcoin or Bitcoin SV. Let me know what you think in the comments. We shall talk to you later.